Good morning. This is Sean Webb. I'm Sean Webb, and you're watching Classroom Conversations. You're on with Chef Mary. Good morning, Chef Mary. How are you?
Oh, good morning, Sean. I am doing wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. Well, before we move on, we want to just say thank you for watching us. We're Classroom Conversations. We are the community engagement show for Desert Sands Educational Foundation and the Desert Sands Unified School District. And before we move on, Chef Mary, I just want to say, hey, thank you for being a board member for us and allowing for us to have this platform. If not for board members like yourself that volunteer and make this possible, this doesn't happen. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Excellent, excellent. But I want to go ahead and read off the mission statement here for the Desert Sands Educational Foundation. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. Their vision statement: in partnership with public and private sectors, Desert Sands Educational Foundation financially supports creative and innovative programs that enrich and enhance the educational experience in the academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities that engage all students and staff in Desert Sands Unified School District. So, Mary, I think it's awesome that the board, you guys made it possible for us to be on StreamYard with applying for a City of Indio community grant.
Exactly.
And so forth. So it's just fantastic. So thank you for that. And speaking of funds, I think you got a question for me about something coming up with the foundation. What do we have going on?
Well, I always have my hit list of questions to ask, but I guess the one that's my top list is what is the latest on our mini grants?
You know what? I'm glad you asked. I have it right here ready to go. So mini grants on September 20th, the board, you guys, thank you, made it possible for up to $400 in grants for teachers. And they're giving out a total of $10,000. So anybody that's watching, please go to our website. And I'm going to bring this up on the banner. This is for all Desert Sands staff. This is anybody from a teacher in the classroom or maybe somebody on campus that oversees a club. You're able to apply for a foundation grant, and they're right here on the website. I put up the website here. Go to the top where it says mini grants, and you just hit apply. It's really simple, and these are due next Tuesday, Mary. Next Tuesday, November 2nd. So they have till the end of the day on Tuesday, and I'll tell you, we've got about 20 some odd applicants so far.
That's awesome.
I would love to get some more. But the beautiful thing is, right now, if we stayed at where we're at, everybody's going to get fully funded. I'll say that. But we've got about $6,500 committed from the applicants so far. We've got another $3,500 to give. So I hope that our staff members who are watching and our friends of staff members that are watching can remind their teachers and so forth to go ahead and apply. But it's a pretty easy application, Mary.
So is it open-ended how they can spend the money?
Yeah. So as long as it supports the classroom needs and it supports students. In years past, we've had grants that were very specific for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. We've had other grants that are just for the performing arts. This one here is specific to anything going on in Desert Sands that you need for your classroom or club or anything. So we wanted to make it as open as possible.
Oh, that is awesome.
As well as the application is pretty simple. Pretty basic name, project of what the title, the funds will be used. What's the name of that? The amount requested up to $400, number of students that it'll impact, the grades or grade levels. You need to have an endorsement by your principal. So you just click yes or, obviously you want to click yes there. So you have the endorsement by your principal. But, and then just give us a summary of how the funds are going to be used, the background, and then how is it of value. But after that, just submit like what some of our teachers have been doing is just submitting like a purchase list through Amazon. So what we can do is just take that purchase list and then go ahead and push it out and purchase it for them and have it shipped directly to their classroom.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's really
Yeah. And I gotta appreciate what the board did here. So for those of you that don't know, Desert Sands, when we purchase anything over $500 or more, they have to be ID'd and tagged. And that is quite a process. It has to be ID'd and tagged and gone through the school board and accepted and so forth. But with this process, since it's under 500, we can get those items directly to the classroom as soon as possible. So I applaud the board for making that decision.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it a much simpler process because I think we get tied up in protocol a lot of times. And things just we see that happen at the arena. Too many people have to sign off on things and falls through the cracks. So this is that's really good.
Yeah, you guys made a great decision in going forward with that. But I could see her backstage. We're going to have her come join us. We've got Brooke, who's backstage to talk about some Indio updates. I want to thank everybody for joining us earlier today. I do have a 9 o'clock meeting that I'm going to get to, and I know Brooke has as well. And Chef Mary's always busy. So thank you for joining us early. But let's go ahead. We'll bring on Brooke Bear from the City of Indio, the Director of Communications and Marketing. Good morning, Brooke. How are you?
Good morning, Sean. I'm well. Good morning, Chef Mary. Good to see you all.
Oh my gosh, it's great to see you. You're always so smiley in the morning, which we love.
Thank you. Thank you. I brought some flowers in from home to try and mask the mess that continues to be behind me. I'm so embarrassed when I get on here.
Too funny, too funny. I love the little product placement there, the Indio water bottle too. That's nice too.
I'm doing what I can.
There we go. There we go. So I know that we have our big event that we've been talking about for quite some time coming up on the 30th. I'm excited about it. What else do you have to share with us in regards to Indio?
Well, we've got a lot of folks that are going to be coming for this event to show off sort of these pop-up demonstrations on how to make the streets safe. If kids want to come in costume, heck, if adults want to come in costume, they can do that as well. And of course, we have that partnership with Desert Sands Unified. The kids there have been working on some art projects for the last few weeks, and we're going to be displaying them. Yes, and I thank you so much for sharing that, Sean. I did put out some photos the other day because people were sort of trying to wrap their heads around like, what is this? Yeah. And I think, it loses a little bit of its impact because of COVID, in that this is what so many people did in COVID, these kind of pop outs into the street area just so that people could be outdoors. But we'd like to make this a permanent feature. It would make the downtown so much more walkable, promoting safe streets. There's going to be a demonstration of bicycle paths, artistic crosswalks. We'd love to make this a reality in Indio.
Oh, that'd be great. No, I've been fortunate enough to be on this committee, and I've seen these types of pictures and so forth, and I'm glad that we're able to release these out. People are going to be able to see this, and hopefully we can see more of these types of activities and more people down in the streets of Indio. I think it'd be fantastic.
Well, it starts at 4 o'clock on Saturday, and there's a number of other activities that are going on in Indio as well that day. So if you're going to be down here, you're going to be in the downtown area, at least swing on by. And I think once you see it, you can really understand that this is sort of the future. You can also stay up to date with all things happening in Indio right now by putting your phone up to the screen. Of course, unless you're viewing on mobile, that might be a little bit harder. Thank you for demoing there, Sean. Yeah, so this is the QR code for Indio Live. It is our monthly digital newsletter. Sean and I talk all the time about the number of schools within Desert Sands Unified that are in Indio. I believe the number is 19.
Yeah, exactly. Well more than half our district is in Indio.
I don't know why I have such trouble remembering this number, but yes, I believe that it's 19. That includes 3 high schools.
Yeah.
I know. What other city in the Coachella Valley has 3 public high schools?
There's no other city in the Coachella Valley that's 2 public high schools. You guys lead the way there. You guys are the biggest city out here, so I'm glad that we were able to serve you. And as I shared, Mary, more than half our schools are in Indio.
That's incredible. Well, I signed in to the City of Indio, and I got this great little welcome thank you email from them pretty quickly.
Well, good. Yes. So we don't spam people. The digital newsletter comes about once a month. Sometimes we put relevant information in there at other times of the month, but we'll have another one that might even come out early, might even come out on October 31st. But usually it's the first of the month. It's jam-packed with information. In fact, we have a couple articles regarding Desert Sands this month. The mural dedication at Jackson Elementary, which I had the privilege of being at, and also meeting the artist Keith Blum. He has painted a number of murals within Desert Sands, and this one is courtesy of a grant from the Anderson Children's Foundation, and it is called Role Models. It has 4 different paintings of those who are role models within our world. We have JFK, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Cesar Chavez, and Martin Luther King Jr. And yes, there we have Principal Jose Montano speaking to some of the kids that got to be there, the mayor of Indio and our mayor pro tem, both there. And it was a lot of fun. And also, I think Sean and Chef Mary, if you get the chance, if you are driving west on Kenner or if you're going south on Jackson, you can actually see this mural from the street. And that was the whole intention, so that people could see it as they were going by, because we want to make this art visible everywhere in India.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'll have to say that this is an amazing art piece here that Keith Borman has. And I just love going through the streets of India and even the old downtown area where you just see amazing artwork and murals that you guys have. So I just love that you guys are embracing art, not only just in the community, but also in the schools too. It's great.
Yeah, and speaking of art, Sean, I didn't share these photos with you. It's something that I can think that we can share maybe in the next couple of weeks. Sarvala K. So for all of those who have been to Coachella, have parents who've been to Coachella, one of the pieces of artwork there that was so popular a couple of years ago was
I know where you're going with this. That's
for at least the next 10 years. And installation has started already at Dr. Carry-On Park. So we're really working on beautifying that space, and you'll check it out. It's 9 towers that vary in height between 9 and 49 feet tall. They're really amazing. They're created by a Burkina Faso based artist. His name is Francis Carré. And we're going to be doing a big celebration when all of the landscaping and the lighting is in. But right now, if you're behind Indio Grand Marketplace, you cannot miss them. It's really phenomenal. They're really colorful, and we hope that the whole community can get out and enjoy them.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that little tidbit about what's going on. I knew about it because I feel like I got my ear to the source on some of these things. And so forth. But no, I'm glad that you shared.
Everyone else who is not Sean, sign up for Indio Live.
There you go.
Definitely. Well, Mary, do you have any other questions for Brooke before we let her go?
Well, I know that, these little pop-ups, I love eating outdoors. I don't know why food is better outdoors. You see all the people walk around you. You just kind of hear all their conversations, and encouraging to have these pop-outs, I think, is just going to enhance the business for these restaurants, because I think a lot of us just really want to pop in, have a sandwich, be outside, because we're indoors most of the time working. I think it's going to be really successful, and it really makes it alive.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to the event too. And before we let you go, Brooke, I want to go ahead and bring this up on screen because we were talking about Indio. We got a couple of clinics that are going on in the city of Indio. So those of you that got your first dose yesterday over at the clinic that went on at the Indio High School Theater, you can get the second dose. That's on November 17th. And then we also have a Tdap and COVID clinic that is going on tomorrow in Jefferson Middle School, right in the city of Indio. But Brooke, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure. And we'll catch up with you next Tuesday.
Great. Thanks, guys. Have a terrific week, everyone.
Yes, you too.
Oh, always a pleasure to have her on with us.
I know, she's just delightful. It's just
most definitely. Let's see, what else do we have here? I want to make sure I get all of our slides here, Mary. Oh, you love this event as much as I love it. They have this coming up on the 4th.
I know.
For first responders. So if you're a first responder, you want the best turkey with all the trimmings. Maybe not Mary trimmings this year, but with all the trimmings.
Yeah.
La Quinta High School, they're going to be doing a drive-through where you get a container. I'm sure this container by the end is going to be a couple of pounds. Okay. So there's a couple of pounds of turkey and ham and mashed potatoes and all the fixings, and then you get some pumpkin pie. So first responders and veterans, please join us November 4th. I'll be there that morning. I'm going to help serve a little bit. I'm just excited to help cover the event for the Blackhawks. This is a great event that I'll say that Chef Mary and I helped put on the first one for.
We did. So is there any shout out to any of the vendors that are supporting it?
So I'll tell you, this year that the school has done their best in they're not reaching out to their support their vendors and so forth.
Okay.
Because they know that everybody's gone through some as I'll say, some amazing times in the last 24 months and so forth. So they're doing their part to make sure that they can provide on their own. So you got to appreciate Chef Wood and Chef Felicia, what they're doing over there with that.
So Sean, are they gonna how do they come into the area? They come off of the Blackhawk Way through that main gate?
Exactly. You're going to come off of Blackhawk Way, turn in by the football stadium, and go right in front of the gymnasium. And from what I understand, you're going to just drive by and say, hey, 2, and they'll give you 2 meals, just like they did for meal distribution all throughout the last 24
years. Okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. But Mary, we have this event coming up. I want to make sure that people are aware of it. We have one full bus. We're filling that second bus. If you want to go and participate in a great time, please scan this here. It's a traveling party. We're going to be picked up in an undisclosed location in La Quinta. Those of you that are participating, you'll be finding out soon about that. You'll be picked up on a bus, and then we're going to travel to 2 amazing properties over at the Sofonio House in Rancho Mirage, and then we're going to go to the Montoya estate. Actually, it's Castillo de Montoya in Bermuda Dunes. So I can't wait for that. And Mary, we have to thank our sponsors for this.
Yes.
Ledesma Meyer, they're the ones that built your kitchen. Got to thank those guys for being our platinum sponsor. They bought the bus. And then we also have our bronze sponsors here, our silver sponsors, our gold sponsors, RBC Capital and Aziz Farms. And then moving right into this, Mary, the next event that we have coming up,
awesome.
Palm Desert Charter Middle School. They have their Rock and Raise. I'll be going to that event with Tara. We're excited for it, to see the dueling pianos and the music going on and see what it's all about. Yeah, it can be a lot of fun.
That is awesome. Well, Sean, this past weekend we went to the Moonlight Theater in Vista to see the production of Wizard of Oz, and we saw the outcome of all these young people that are involved. I mean, like kids from 4 and 5 years old up to teenagers in this incredible play. So these organizations that have these fundraisers, it's unbelievable when you actually see them in full production, how nice it is.
Oh, definitely. But Chef Mary, we are at the 9 o'clock hour. It's actually 9:01. I'll tell you exactly. I've got to go to a middle school principal meeting, and I got a high school principal meeting, so I get to be in contact with them this morning. We are via Zoom, so that's why I know that I can go in there right now. But Chef Mary, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
And, we'll see you Thursday.
We'll see you Thursday, and I can't wait to. Just so you know, we've got a special guest Thursday with the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh,
I'm sorry, not the Boys and Girls Club, but the Big Brothers Big Sisters.
And
I'll tell you Thursday, but I got to tell you right now, we're going to celebrate Veterans Day a week early next week.
Okay.
On the November 2nd, and we're going to have a very special guest who's got something to share about. And this person was in World War II, and let me just say, we've got some footage of a plane at the bottom of the ocean, and they want to hear more about that. You got to tune in on that episode.
Oh my God, that'll be awesome, because my grandparents were in World War I and World War II.
Exactly. Be a special episode. Hey, but CoachellaValley.com, Craig Campbell, thank you for letting us be on your platform. And for all of you watching, we've got about a dozen people are watching live, Mary. This is always fun to have that. And I know this will transform to a lot bigger number, but thank you for being supportive of Classroom Conversations, Chef Mary, myself, and Desert Sands Educational Foundation. Mary, I'll see you later.
Hey, have a great day. See you, Sean.
Okay, bye-bye.